Okay, happy 4th of July, everybody. I'm making this video because I'd like to share this design with everybody. I came up with this design about 14 years ago, and I wanted to have a pig roast for my son's graduation party from high school, and there was just a dearth out there of information on pig roasters. I wanted to make a rotisserie, not like a cooker. So I came up with this design. I'd like to share what works, what I would do different, and just to show you all the parts. So let's start with the frame. I started with a 2-inch galvanized piping and made just a frame, a basic frame. The tricky component is here. This is a 4-way pass-through valve. If I was to start over again, I would just use a normal T fitting, and then I would come up with a 90-degree angle and connect it with another 90 degree and go back down. That would give you stability both this way and this way. And but this is what we chose. And then I'd like to share with you the spit here. The spit is pure solid stainless steel, and it was expensive, it's heavy, and it's very difficult to work with. And I chose stainless steel because I wanted to have something that would not interact with the pig itself. You know, this piece of stainless steel is going to be here for another 1,000 years. It weighs about 50 pounds, and it was difficult to drill holes through it. And you're going to need holes. I drilled about 5 holes that go through the spit itself, and you're going to need that because you're going to need something to secure the pig to it. Otherwise, it will just flop around and will not rotate as it's cooking. So that's something. These brackets, I just got those over at Home Depot. Nothing special about them. I put a collar here. This is actually an electrical fitting. You can find that again at Home Depot in the electrical department, and as well as this, these are pipe hangers. And there's always going to be a heavy spout whenever you put the pig on the spit. So you want to let it drop to its heaviest point, and then I just use this as a counter weight, and that makes the motor work easier and less apt to have any problems. What else is it? This is a sheepskin. I got this over at Tractor Supply, and contained within the sheepskin is some wiring that's used for concrete purposes. I had to get a 4x8 section of it and cut it down, but I bent down the sides so that it's elevated about, I don't know, 4 or 5 inches from the bottom of the sheepskin. And then I had to get some grating to put the charcoal and hardwood on top of the grating. And you want to do that so that you don't have the fire directly on the base of the sheepskin, because it's not going to get oxygen. And as you can see, it's getting oxygen by virtue of that drain hole right here. So this is cooking nicely. It's only been on for about an hour. This is a small pig. We have cooked maybe about, probably less than 20 pig roasts, but we like to do this. This is a very memorable event. Everyone always remembers a pig roast, and they're a big hit with everybody. And this is Maddie, my daughter, my beautiful daughter. And so I have the collars here, and they are secured by these pipe hangers because you don't want the pig, as it's rotating, to kind of get out of whack in alignment. And the alignment's very important because you're going to need a sprocket. And there's the sprockets, and then a drive sprocket. I'm going to get to the motor in just a moment. But you want to make sure that the sprocket and the drive sprocket have got the same teeth per inch because you're going to be needing a chain, a bicycle chain. And you want to make sure that they are both compatible. Now this sprocket is 4 times the size of the drive sprocket. I did that deliberately because I'm going to get to the motor in just a moment, but the motor that I have is a conveyor motor. It's industrial grade, and it's supposed to last hundreds of thousands of hours. And I got the one that, it's got a high torque strength. So it rotates 4 revolutions per minute. And since this is 1/4 of the size of this, I got that so that it rotates just 1 time per minute for the Pig, which I feel is the optimum time limit. You don't want it to spin too fast or too slow because it will either burn or not get done properly. And so that's that. I also have different levels of brackets there, and you know, to get things more well done, you can move it down to the next level and then move the motor down. And this is just secured by some pipe hangers. The drive sprocket, by the way, is connected to the motor with a spot weld. I just went to a local muffler shop and paid somebody $20 to weld that onto the drive shaft. But this is a motor I got from Ranger, and it's a Dayton. You can see the model number. And just plugged it in, and that's it. This will be done in about 3 hours, and you want to make sure that it's well done so that everything, including the ham over here, is at least 170 degrees, and that it's falling off the bone. And a good indicator is when this elbow is it's poking through the skin. But that's it. Good luck with your rotisserie building.